As no other good subject is available in the open elective category, I will be continuing with this subject itself, with this transportation engineering subject itself. Harish Mehta, please stop presenting. Okay, please. I think it may be a mistake by his side, so please stop it. Okay. So as there was some issues, and now onwards every classes, I think I have already told you and I have already shared you the YouTube link for my channel. All classes will be recorded, even this is being recorded. All the classes will be in recorded sessions and everything will be made available, so you don't need to worry about writing notes and all. Try to attend live sessions so that we can have a better discussion. And in some cases, as you already know, there is connectivity problems at my place, sometimes at your end and sometimes at my end. So there will be some limitations at some point. Please excuse with such things. Okay, anyway, we'll be having sessions. So we'll start. So today we are starting with, already we have studied about the road patterns, highway alignments, all those things. Let it be there. Okay, it is already provided in Google Classroom. I have shared the YouTube links. It is already existing there. Now we are going to discuss the new syllabus, and we are going to start with the new syllabus. So the first topic which we have to study is highway cross-section elements. The first topic in highway engineering which you have to study is about the highway cross-section elements. So when we are discussing about the highway cross-section elements, do you know what are the different cross-section elements of highway? For an ordinary person, for a non-civil engineer, when you are driving a vehicle on the road, he will be seeing just a for a non-civil person riding a vehicle over a highway, he'll be seeing just a road. But for a civil engineer, he'll be seeing the different components of the road. So being a civil engineer, you should know what are the different components of a road or highway cross section. Now please listen. Highway cross section elements. So these are the different highway cross section elements. I think you are able to see that diagram. So please listen. This is the different highway cross section elements. Just observe this figure. You can see a black topped portion here. This is showing a black topped road, which is known as the carriageway. So carriageway is the most important highway cross section element. What is the function of carriageway? A carriageway means it is the portion of the road over which, or it is the portion of the vehicle, it is the portion of the pavement surface over which the vehicle is moving. Okay, so carriageway refers to the portion of the pavement surface over which the vehicle will be moving. Now, width of carriageway. You should know about the width of carriageway. How much width can a carriageway have? The width of carriageway or width of pavement depends on how much is the width of a traffic lane and what are the number of traffic lanes. Number of traffic lanes may be different. In some cases, it may be a single lane road, and in some cases, it may be a double lane or multi-lane road, having more than a single traffic lane. So depending on the width of traffic lane and how many number of traffic lanes are present, we can divide the, we can have the carriageway. Okay. So how much will be the width permitted for a, carriageway? That is our question. When you see this carriageway, this is the carriageway part. For a single lane road, the width of carriageway provided should be 3.75 meter. Do you know how this 3.75, how this value of 3.75 is coming? As per the specifications of IRC, Indian Road Congress, the maximum permissible width of a vehicle is 2.44 meter. And the desirable side clearance for a single lane traffic. Desirable side clearance for a single lane traffic is 0.68. So when you observe this figure, here you can see that a width of 2.44 meter is the minimum width available for a vehicle, and along with this 2.44 meter you are having side clearance of 0.68 meter on both sides. So 2.44 plus 0.68 plus 0.68 will make the total width as 3.75 meter. So that is why this value of 3.75 meter is coming for a single lane traffic. Now, when you comes to a two lane or a double lane traffic way without a curb, curb means a separation is not provided in a raised form. So in that case, 2.44 is the width of the vehicle. Okay. 2.44 is the width of the vehicle, and on end sides, on both the end sides you are providing a side clearance of 0.53 meter, and between the two vehicles on the two lanes you are providing 1.06 meter. So 7 meter is the width in case of two lane without curbs. In cases where a two lane with a raised curb is provided, 7.5 meter. For intermediate carriages you are having 5.5 meter, and for multi-lane you are having, what is the width for multi-lane? You will be having 3.5 meter per lane. That is why for two lanes it is giving 7 meter. So this is how the width of carriageway. This is how you have the width of carriageway. Now